Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, early again. But yeah, Christmas is close, so don't have that much work anymore currently. So that's why I can stream a little bit earlier, and I probably will end a little bit earlier again to end like we don't do until 10 today, but yeah. I probably will change my stream schedule over Christmas, but I'm not sure to what yet. I need to think about that. But one thing at a time. Yeah, today the plan is to get yeah, the code generator at least into I mean not 1.0 version, but like a version that I am willing to ship in 0.5. So there's a couple of things that we need, or that I need to do before that. Most notably this thing here, where I need to get, so that's the Onyx private binary dir, which I think is correct. And what I need to do is basically, if we are here and we are and we add a new property here, minus minus split, like maybe is engine, or is engine or like minus minus engine module. Something like that. But only... Oh yeah, let's actually do that, right? So... that... args... generate the args... to this... If we are Onyx module, then we set. Or is there a CMake append? Probably, right? Yeah, probably. So we can probably do string and to generate the args. This. And that should do it. Otherwise, we do absolutely nothing. And then this is our generator args. This goes in here. And then we have that. So that's number one that I wanted to change. Now we definitely as well give it here the arg editor private there. Which is basically that. It's the public and yeah, that's a binary there, right? Yeah. So we should probably name it like that. Public binary there, private binary there. And then the wait, why is that here? Public binary. Okay. So that's that. I think that is more or less good enough for those changes. I think I wanted to do one more thing, which is here. Actually not. Or that one I think I need to do. Yeah. But then this one I wanted to do different. Because I saw something. I think I had it already, but what can you do? I kind of killed it again. Just need to find it again. Yeah, something like that. So what I wanted to do is for the generated ones, we do a file glob. Private generated sources. And we configure depends in this one, and that is args public binary there. Sorry, that's the private. And then here we do as well a public one. That goes in public binary there, and that has .age. Or the HPP, I guess, although we are not really doing that. And then, I mean, technically that still exists here. But what we do is yeah, this. Oh, this. Is that this thing, or is that with the namespace? I think that's with the namespace, right? Yeah, that's... Yeah, that is actually with the namespace. So probably we just do /public. Hello. What do you mean? But yeah, the project is called Irrlicht. How do you... Where did you see that? Oh, yeah. Well, that's the game project name. That's our. It's still the same Onyx Engine. It's just I already have a game project, but to be honest, there's not a lot of game going on for that. I think we could do just that. It's fine like that, I think. And then this would be that. This would be this. This would be that. That. And I think that should do it here. I need to give it Onyx editor private binary there. And then I don't need that. And I can get rid of that again. Because we don't need that. But to be fair, we need a little bit different than that. I'd say we are very close. I think maybe we can finish it today. I'm not sure if I get it to the fully finished state today, but very close. I'm just fixing the last bits and pieces here and there in like CMake to make it proper, like, because we created the component files already, but they were not really in the right place. So I need to do that, which I am doing right now. So I think I want to do this, and I want to do that for the public one as well, for the private one. And then here we do this. And I think that should do it. for CMake changes, I think. And that should give us hopefully everything we want. The best one to find out for that would be to actually... Did I change? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So the file definition changed as well. I'm not sure. I'm quite like for the component definition files, I thought of either ODSL, which stands for Onyx domain specific language, right? Which I'm not a big fan of, but I think it's quite okay. Or the other one, which would be very specific to components, would be OCD, but I'm a little bit, yeah, I mean, OCD has a different name as well, but that would be Onyx component definition, which I think is maybe the better name for those files. Oh, good, component, but I'm not sure yet which one I would choose. But probably I will go with the second one. So let's actually do that. Rename. Let's do that. Now we need to change that in the generator as well here. Actually, we might... I'll do that. Onyx component definition file extension. Is that how you write extension? I think it is, right? Yeah. We put that into the main CMake, and then you can change it if you want to. Actually, we can do it like that. Oh. It has to be a setting, right? Yeah. It has to be something like that. Definition file extension. Definition file. Yeah, that looks good. Then we do here start file extension used for ECS component definitions. Cool. Then you could change it if you want to, because it's exposed in CMake. All right. Let's run that. That should generate one file. Well, let's actually first camera while.gen. Camera. Don't want to delete those, right? Plus that one. Alright, so they should be then coming back as soon as I run the code. Like, as soon as I generate just the project, they should come back. Please? Thank you. So let's see if that works. Of course. 37. Oops. Did I make a mistake? I mean, it looks like I did. 37? Oh, of course. So let's see. That should bring back the fires here. As soon as we run the game core. Unless I made a mistake, of course. Wait, what? Wait, why is it that? Did I not change that? Hold on, what? I thought I changed that. Component definition fires. Let's actually call it that. Component definition fire path. So why would that not work? Out. Generated editor. Okay, so why do I need to do a force even though it never ran? What? Is it like that, or was it at the end? I never know. But I'm not quite sure why that would be the case. What the hell? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I think I know what it is. Stupid me. Yeah. Or it was fine actually. I think it was just that the file ending and the source definition was wrong. And now it should work. Or not. Cannot find source file in 16 game core. Oh wait, why is that there? Oh, that's a hack, of course. That is not what we wanted. But I think the file should be already here. Yeah. Maybe not. I'm blind, maybe. Okay. Editor cannot find. But why shouldn't you have been generated? Shouldn't that file touch? Oh wait. It doesn't, right? It doesn't because we need to make the directory. We did that in the past. So was it make directory or how was it? File make directory. Oh, cmake. What's this? So the question is, can I do that and have do I need to do the parent parse or is that enough to do it? Or will that create me a directory at that position? That's the question, right? Okay, I have the suspicion that this did something stupid. Okay, maybe not. Wait, but then shouldn't I find that? Why does it not find that? Oh, because it's not there. Are we even here? No, it doesn't look like it. Why? Message status. Okay, so that should be fine. So why do we not enter here? Because that was working before. Somehow it doesn't work anymore. Is that empty for some reason? I don't know. No, doesn't look empty. Okay. So why would that not work? But I guess that works. Or not. No, I guess that doesn't work either. What does my code look like here? My code generation? Well, my project generation. For GameCore, is the file there? No, it's there, yeah. Weird. I mean, I was working before. Wait, was it that? Do I need another one here? How was that? Okay, let's copy that. Let's go back. How was that before I changed it? I was just that. Very weird. I mean, I think I need to escape that, right? Or is it like that? Which one is the escape? Regex. Escape. Okay, no, it's like that. That would be maybe like that. To escape it properly. But why would that have worked before is the bigger question. But it doesn't work anyways, cool. I mean, I guess we could do maybe that. I mean, that should work, right? That's bizarre. I'm pretty sure that was what? That was working already. God damn it. Never change a running system, I guess. That's so weird. Can I somehow... I think I can, right? And then CMake debug or something like that. Oh, that doesn't trigger at all the breakpoint. Cool. So why would that not work? Let's go back before we did anything here. And then just change that to OCD, which is the file extension, right? Open in File Explorer. Yeah. I don't know if that knob runs. Oh no, it should actually. Probably should run. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure that I debugged that already and this was working. I hate it. Well, I guess it's not for some reason. Even though I'm pretty sure I did that correct. Public binary dear. Wait. Maybe it was that? No, but even then, this should have triggered, right? So I don't think that should be the case. But you never know. But I doubt that this was the thing. That made it fail. Yeah. I am more than confused. So the thing is... Okay, let's copy that path. into a regex editor. Bring that over to this screen so that people can see it if they want to. And then I want to have this, where? This star. And then this dot OCD. No? Yeah. Maybe it's just that? Even though it kind of be weird, but okay. Remake regex. Well, remake string regex. Yeah, I think that was actually wrong. Probably the double backslash, never mind. Not quite sure how that worked before. But it's still... It still doesn't work. Question number. I mean, even that should work, right? Which is bizarre. Was pretty sure that, as I said multiple times already, this was working on, I think Sunday I tried it. I think Sunday. But for some reason it now doesn't. Which is very fascinating. If can I do somehow string ends or something like that? C# CMake string contains. Let's output it just now. For now, all the time. I don't know, that doesn't really matter. Let's not do that for now. And just output those. No. Because I'm getting crazy slowly. Wait, is the list empty? What? Is that not how I set the list? What? Why would that be? What the hell? Hold on. Do I want to do this maybe? I think maybe I did the change with the CMake arguments afterwards. And that's what broke it. That looks a little... maybe not. Okay. Here I have the private and make directories, but let me quickly check. Maybe it should be... Maybe it should be like that. I mean, I have no idea, man. That is so weird. That's really something that kind of changed. Okay. And then maybe like that. Shouldn't have changed too much at once in the CMake files. And to be honest, those CMake lists and stuff like that, I'm still not 100% sure if I understand them correctly. Because it seems like I don't. So arg public sources is my list of sources. That much I know, right? Yeah. That goes in here, where we now override them. Oh, that's so bizarre. Wait, why is that a thing even? Jesus, that was wrong as well. Actually, we can find that then. Wait, source files for game core. Oh, that is only one entry. Perfect. That's not what we wanted. So that definitely doesn't work as intended. Never mind then. So does it work if I do that? Well, yeah, so that is the problem, that I changed to this shitty CMake thing. Don't ask me why I did that, I have actually no idea myself. It felt like it would clean up some stuff. But it seems like it just causes issues. So I guess my include directories probably are broken as well, right? Yeah, of course they are. So how multi-value args? Let's find out how that works again. But it's not a list. Hold on. Okay. I think that's the problem. I think I want this. And those here. I think that one I just want to have empty. And then probably... I mean, I'm not sure actually. Public dependencies. Let's see what that does for the public dependencies. Absolutely nothing. Perfect. Oh, really nice. I love it. Okay, CMake pass list to multi-value arg. Is there an example? No, of course not. I hate it. And why does the stupid breakpoint not work? Or is it CMake debugger maybe? Oh, okay. Maybe? Or where is it? Oh. Okay. How do I see my function args? Oh, here. Binary public sources. It's really just one. Wait, public dependencies is unused? Am I stupid? Wait. Oh my god. Well, that is one problem for sure. Let's rerun that. That is, of course, unfortunate. Alright, let's go back there. I mean, that's hilarious how many arrivals we have here. Whatever. Why is that? Oh, that's good. Okay, that works. Probably public and private sources should be a multi-value entry. And then this should work, right? Dependencies. I hope I wrote that here as well, yeah. Good. Oh, that looks better. Now, finally. Perfect. So I guess we can bring that back. Bring that back. I think that should just be that, to be honest. So, that debugging took some time, but I mean, that's nice that we can do that with Visual Studio. That helped a little bit. Don't know why debug and debug with CMake debugger are two different things, but okay. File problem. Yeah, okay, that makes kinda sense, yes. Perfect, but we are there. Perfect, that works. So now we can change that back to $Onyx component definition file extension. We will rename that later. Now we do this up here, basically. Make generated source folders. Yeah, it's pretty good actually in Visual Studio Code. Visual Code. Is it Visual Studio Code? Visual Code? I always forget. Visual Studio Code, yes. It's pretty decent. And then if... Well, I guess we can just try to make it, right? Make directory. And then the question is, does that work? Or do I need to make... So the question is, does that make the correct directory, or does that make a directory with the name? Is the big question. Because that's two different things, which I hope. Components, yeah, that's what I thought. God damn it. Alright. So what we need to do is start, and then we need another CMake path, which is errand path. Of that one. Public or parent or directory. Public. Something like that. And then we can touch that. Hell, I mean, they bought a new studio, so why not? Hot travel. I'm questioning, maybe I don't want to do that. No, I mean, maybe we still do. Let's see what that outputs. I'm not quite sure. So we get that into the editor. Private path. And then we do 2 more here. Question is if there is a better way to do that. I would hope there is. So that might be something that I do off stream. Maybe there is a better way to do this operations in CMake. But let's see, that should hopefully work now. And then we should get camera component dot gen. Almost. Undefined variable. Wire. Which one? 71. Why is it not called that? Oh, it's not. Wait, what did I generated editor path? Yeah, okay, no, that's fine. And then this and this. Why did that not work? Nobody knows, I guess. It did work. Ah, it's called just camera. Oh yeah, I changed that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think it's just camera. All good. So that would be camera dot gen. Jesus, no. I think we get an error for that. Yeah. What I thought. Yeah, Ubisoft bought a new studio in Montreal again. I think it was Montreal, or Quebec. It's a studio with some ex-employees from Ubisoft Montreal. I don't know which one how it was called. Probably find it. Yeah, March of Giants, exactly. It's the game, I think. Well, was March of Giants the studio? No. Studio was Amazon Games. But basically, it's just a couple of people that left Ubisoft Montreal a couple years back. I actually worked with one of those guys on Rainbow Six. And now they bought it back. Cannot find source file in editor. Did I hardcode that again? Probably, right? By the thing that I think to remember, I probably, yeah, exactly. But the question is, where did it generate that now? That would be the other thing. Camera underscore editor, I think, or no? Oh. Ah, okay, well, that is unfortunate. Need to change that, but it changed it in, it generated it into game core components. That's fine, I guess. Wait. That's actually not fine. Why did it generate it there? Arc editor private binary there. Oh, maybe it's an old one? Hmm. Yeah, okay, replace extension is kinda stupid. I think we have to do it like that. And then maybe replace name or something like that. Hmm. Hello, what's up? Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Cannot complain about it. Hmm. Guess that is fine. We can do that, and then I would want to replace the file name, but is the file name including? I mean, I guess, yeah, that is unfortunate, but I think we have to do it like that. So we have to replace the file name, and first we need to get the file name. Because I just want to append to it. So that would be get, and then of this we want to get the file name into out file name. Let's stick with that. That's kind of the naming thing that it happens here, and then we do here we replace the file name with this editor. Can I do like full replace already with the fired extension as well? No, guess not. I mean, I get actually we could, right? Because if we get the parent path, then what I could do is probably just a set or an append. Probably an append. So we could do this and we append to this dot gen dot cpp into that. That should work, right? Right. Maybe. Well, actually, no, sorry, we want to append to this. That, and then that would be generated file path. Perfect. I think that should do it. Oops. Did it not work? Why would it not have worked? Questions over questions. So that should have written into editor generated. Oh, that didn't work really. I mean, that should be there, right? Hopefully. We could again do the debugger, but let's actually use it. Why not? We have it, right? Because then we can maybe see what's going on here. Okay. Can I somehow get better? Add watch. Edit a private path parent directory. What? Oh. Jesus, where did I create that now actually? I claim that this will fix it already. Hey, how do you come to that? Why do you have kids around you? Alright, so do we have an edit button? No, we don't. That would have been too nice, right? But isn't that how editor private binary dear? Oh no, I did it. Actually, why did I do that? That's a stupid name. Alright, so I think that should do it. And then let's... Oh, my... Sucks to be you. God damn it, why is it not working? Am I stupid? Probably I am. What the hell? Add to watch. Okay, so that works now. That is, I think, correct. And then we have this one, which is okay. Then we have this, which is that. Oh, wait. Oh no, that's fine. And then this one outputs hopefully the right thing. I didn't get the file name. God damn it. Of course. Get from this file name into out file name. Okay, so but now, right now it should work. Right. Let's not. This one is garbage, but at least it was there. Almost. Why is so the file name contains what? So I just need the stem or what? God damn it. I mean, you do that as well, right? So it's fine. She didn't lie, maybe. She just left out some parts that are not necessary to explain further yet. Okay, so I think that worked. Yes. Okay, so I need to do just the stem. Okay. Perfect. Almost perfect. Well, okay, so that is the first part out of the way. That took longer than I wanted to, but what can you do? I will look at this before submitting if there is a better way to do those file ops. Okay, but that being said, we then have this, which now we need to change the C# for that to work again. So I want to, as well, before I submit, add another thing here, but basically var is engine module args1 equals what is it? Engine module. If his engine module, or do var arg index is 1. What we do is we will arg index again back to 1. And then this is, I will as well add a proper command line parser, but that's really not that important for me right now. I mean, when you live in Barcelona, you can do that every day, so I guess she was technically correct. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So what's that all that I added? Oh, and the private binary dir here at the end. Which is out editor private path, which is that binary base target output path for editor files. Only used for engine modules. All right. And then we do that. This would be out editor private path and his engine module. I mean, depends. Do they have like, I mean, that's quite common in Austria as well, as part of biology. Is that not common in Croatia? Because you had like 14, 15 in school? You have that. In Austria as well. Quite right, actually, as well. I think mandatory. There's like, I think it's in like the government like says what needs to be taught, and it's part of that. So you cannot even say you don't do it. I mean, that's maybe a bit extreme, but I see what you mean. But yeah. All right. I think. So we do that. We do that. We do that. All good. I think the path is still wrong. But I'm not sure. We should probably debug that, but first I need to change, of course, that part here. Arguments, so that we generate that correctly. So we do this and then minus minus engine module. And then we need to put in the path to the editor, so which would be here, 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 here. Perfect. And then I would want to have a breakpoint here. Oh, well, I think that will fail. All right, because yes. We probably have to provide that. Is sources still empty? No. It's not included? What? Source files, game core. I think I might be referencing the wrong one, or do we still have that broken here? So the include directories work now, but I guess we need to do that, right? And then it works. Okay. Interesting, yeah. I mean, again, mine is as well super old, so, and I don't have anyone that could tell me how the current one is, so yeah. Okay, that looks better. Okay. So the only question is, why is that maybe not right where I'm like pointing? arguments. No, that should be fine, right? Okay, yeah. Perfect. So we get that. Then the header path would be that, which is wrong. So how do I do that? I guess we could do var relative path is get our path extension, get shortest relative path for this. And then we join we still got that, and then var I mean, can I join multiple things here? Oh yeah, I can. So this with that, I think. I see, that's the problem that I feared. Although, is that a problem? Maybe not, right? Because where does that go? Hold on. So we go into... So that would be... Oh, that's too much. Okay, yeah. So I guess the include directory. Yeah. Okay. Do I have the source? Wait, wait, I do have. It's not the correct path. Where do I use that? What do I use that for? Base path. What is that used for? Oh, okay. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, it would work. Replay. What the hell? Yeah, I mean, we had that as well, but I think we had a little bit more than that. But yeah, I'm not sure anymore. Okay, so how would I want to solve that? I think I need to change the arguments that I provide. Because what I could do is, yeah, have the... I mean, I do get the current binary there. I mean, I think that is fine. That is fine. That is fine. But yeah. Well. How could I change that? Because basically, yeah, I want to enter it into... not this one. Where is the folder? Do I still have it open? No, of course not. But into private... here. But I think I need to have the public path then here. Like public base path. Question is, can I just do that manually? How about I get not that actually, but we get public path suffix private path suffix and then var private var public out public path. And then this wouldn't be that, but that would be just that. This would be that. Oh, and then we add another one. Why not? Because while we are at it. Because why not? That would be here. Generated path suffix. Okay. I think with that I could work, and then here base path module type database. Let's actually do that a little bit different. We give it the type database first, then the base path, then the public path, private path, and the generated path suffix. Includes directory, that, and then the last one is that. Public path suffix. Private path suffix. And generated path suffix. We could as well name them slightly different. I might consider that at the end, but all right, I think with that we should have everything we need. And then with that I do basically that, and I do this remove Oh, well, no, wait, that was wrong, right? That is fine. And then I guess compare path, get relative path, relative to module source path. That plus the public path suffix. Is that it? Perfect. Actually worked for once. Or public sources path. Alright, so then we have this. And then this would be hopefully the correct one now. Components. Well, almost. Ah, well, okay. Fair. Get directory name. Okay, no. Get it's not get directory name. Is there not a C# get current directory from path? Really? Is it like that or what? Yeah, but I don't know, that's not what I want. God damn it. What is get directory name? Okay, I think I want get directory name. Yeah, okay. But does that work if it's... Yeah, that should work, right? So if it's not... We don't do that. We just set it to mother source path. Or something like that. Yeah, okay. Perfect. So that should work. And then that should hopefully have been the correct path then. Yeah. Can I somehow set the separator? Probably not, right? Yeah, it's read only. Oh well. I guess what we can always do is that. And that should be this, and I think we want to basically do the same thing, right? So here that one would be out file name gen cpp for the out private path relative path data. Perfect. And then if is engine module, then we do that. And here we provide as well is engine module. Now we do this at the editor out path relative path. I think. And on this one, oh yeah, we need to have bool is engine module. And yeah, basically we would want to add that to the same code generator. So, oh yeah, I need to do that as well. Do I need to do that? Oh yeah, I wanted to add that, yeah. Yeah, so let me think. I guess we generated stuff right now. Yeah, we did. That was just now, right? 8-1, yeah. And I guess we did 801 in Onyx editor components. Okay, never mind, that was right. That is of course not good. Not quite sure why though. Is that maybe not in this game core, not included here or what? Oh no, it is here. Yeah, Onyx modules game code generated. Public. Questionable. Definitely something that we can investigate. that should have been replaced. Wait. Where is the build? Hold on, what? Where is the other one? Isn't that the one we use? And this one should be there at line 3. Include directories. That looks fine. I mean, that is the same path, right? Build Onyx modules editor. Oh no, that's game core. Oh, wait. I see. No, but shouldn't that work? Oh, because it's not in the... It's not in the include files yet, right? Are the others broken as well? Probably, right? So if I go to... Oh, they're even gone or what? Okay. Game core gen. Okay, now they are fine. Hey, Sadishaw, thank you for the raid. Welcome everyone. How was your stream? It's going okay. We do some code generation. Using C# tree sitter, and then we generate C++ files and headers for our components. So for example, I have this data definition for a component for the ECS system, and you have meta tags as well, where you can say, okay, this value only goes from 0 to 1 and stuff like that, or a tooltip, or it's not saved to the scene file, or it's read-only and whatnot. And then what gets output by the generator is something like that, or I get those two files, for example. So one implementation file, well, sorry, that's the wrong ones. Those are the ones for the component. So here is the serialization for it. Thank you for the follows, guys, really appreciate it. So yeah, that's the serialized, deserialized, right? Auto-generated. This is the header, auto-generated as well. with all the boilerplate that we would need. And then we have the editor one as well, which currently gets put into a separate folder, which is here. That one is actually the meaty one, more or less, because it as well sets like property tooltips, min-max values, if it's a slider or not, if it's a read-only and stuff like that. So yeah, and I'm more or less finishing that up. It was already working in like a bare bones version. Now I'm trying to make it nice and good, so that we can finish that for this version of the engine. So yeah, I'm working on 0.5 of the engine. I can as well link that here. So if you want to check it out, it's kind of open source, just not commercial use, but otherwise you can, yeah, look at the code and use it for non-commercial stuff. If you want to do something commercial, you can always ask me. But it's not really ready yet to be used, I would say. That's why I'm not really like announcing it too much outside of the stream. I think in the next version or two, I think it's ready. Yeah. What did I want to do? Got a little bit out of the loop now. But yeah, we're not doing that much longer today anymore, to be honest. I wanted to keep the stream a little bit shorter today. Well, we started earlier, so probably it's not shorter actually. It's just that we started earlier. So yeah, this one fails because we are not in our own include directories yet. I wonder if there's two ways to fix that. Let's try the, let's say, simpler one. Will it be fixed if I just do... I mean, I cannot do that earlier, but what I can do is maybe add that to the base steers here. Where is it? God damn it, my CMake file gets a little bit complex already. Here. If I do that and generate again, does that fix it? So I worked on, yeah, I worked 6.5 years or 7 years in Ubisoft. 5.5 on Rainbow Six as a gameplay programmer, then senior gameplay programmer, and then lead gameplay programmer for a team. Again, I was not the sole. There's many lead gameplay programmers on like a AAA project, so I was not the only one. But so I think in total we had like four lead gameplay programmers. They were all split into separate like teams. And yeah, and then I switched to, then I didn't want to do gameplay anymore. I wanted to try something new, so I switched to Engine and moved to Ubisoft Massive and worked there as an engine programmer on Avatar. And a little bit of Star Wars Outlaws. I mean, first of all, what would be your like desired role, like programmer, artist, and whatnot? And then you mean like specifically for Ubisoft or in general for the industry? Because for Ubisoft, if I'm not sure if they still do it, but back in the day when I worked there, which is like 2024 I left, which was right before it all went downhill more or less a little bit. So Ubisoft has how did they call it? Like a program where they take people from universities for like short, I mean, I say short, I think it was six months or a year internships in studios. So there is always a possibility for that. I think I would recommend you, if you're really new still, an internship at a company would probably be the best way to get into the industry. A lot of different companies offer that from time to time. So for Ubisoft, I can for sure say that they did. I'm not sure if they still do, but I doubt that this has changed. And there's other companies as well. It really depends as well where you are. I mean, Ubisoft as well relocated for that, but that's a little bit more complicated, to be honest. And the likelihood that you get hired if you are not in like a area where a Ubisoft studio is then a little bit less likely for interns. But yeah, it still exists. Wait, no game code, that one. Perfect. I think now it's in there. So yeah, I think the best would be do maybe nowadays. I mean, I didn't do that, but I think nowadays it would be smart as well if you would do some game jams if you're interested in that. To maybe show something when you apply. That I think would help as well. People like to see that. Yeah, and then in general, depending on, again, the discipline. If you're a programmer, you can go to university and study. That is as well helpful. Again, that depends a little bit on luck and timing, because for example, I never went to university. I straight applied for a company. They were desperate and were looking for people, and that's how I ended up very quickly in the industry. But that really only works if you have like a company that, and I started as an intern as well, so that as well. Thank you very much, Drum Originator. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So does that one now work? Where is my camera? Editor Chan. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Perfect. I think all of that works more or less. So we output to the right directory. Yeah, then I think it's as sad as that sounds, either like do game jams to like have something on your CV except just the degree. And then just try to find companies that look for interns, I would say. I'm not very sure where you're from, if you're from America or Europe. And then in Europe it's a little bit, it really depends on the country. So there's a couple of Ubisoft studios, for example, and I mean Ubisoft studios are almost across whole Europe in a lot of different countries. And UK, you have a couple of other studios as well. I'm not sure where EA is. I think Spain. Like EA has a studio in Spain. Yeah, I mean for internships, usually the questions are not that tough, I would say. I mean, they will still maybe ask you those questions, but it's more to gauge where you are, and if they really fail, if you really fail the interview because of that, then I would question the company for an internship, because there's sometimes people that ask, like I did some interviews as well, and I asked not algorithms, but like maybe data structures and stuff like that in internship or junior positions as well, just so that I see where the level is, but I wouldn't fail them because of that, if that makes sense. Because there is a certain degree of like stuff that you just learn over time. And it's more like how do you react to those questions a little bit, and it's fine if you don't know it. It really, I mean, if you would apply for a senior position, that's something different, right? But yeah. Okay, so that works. So what does this do again? Oh, it does this. Yeah. I think I need to rewrite that a little bit to make it work completely, but I think I have not the time today anymore to do that. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm from Austria. It was not very simple either for me when I started, because there were not a lot of companies here as well, but there were a couple smaller ones, and I got lucky and got in one of those smaller ones. So maybe you can find a local one and just start like smaller, get some experience. Because I bet there is something even in Egypt. You don't need to go straight AAA. I mean, if you can afford like relocating yourself, that might be an option, because maybe you apply and you tell them, no, you plan to relocate anyways, and then it doesn't matter for them, because as I said, relocating just for an internship is a little bit rare, I would say, that they pay you that. But I wouldn't give up. I would say try to find something local. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't go YOLO it as well. Yeah, sure. How common is it for people to switch to game dev? I can't actually. I mean, I know one guy in my current company. He did something more business related first and then switched to game dev. But he did a lot of, if I remember correctly, he told me, I only know him a little bit because it's a big company, but I think he briefly told me that he spent a lot of time teaching himself a lot about game dev in his free time, and doing some stuff in maybe Unity or Unreal himself to get a little bit used to it. So I wouldn't say it's a big drawback, but maybe you need to. So if you are currently, for example, a senior in a business company in software engineering, maybe you need to accept that they maybe hire you only as an intermediate and stuff like that at first, to maybe gauge how fast you adapt to the difference, I would say. I think I've never had that personally as well myself, where I tried to hire someone, like, because I did a little bit of application reviews and interviews at Barcelona, Ubisoft Barcelona for a time, but I think those were mostly people from the industry already. But game programming is not that different, except for that you need a little bit more, like stronger skills in like mathematics maybe, because you need to know about linear algebra, like vector math, stuff like that, matrices. But besides that, if you're already good at programming, game programming doesn't do a lot different. Yeah, AAA is pretty much C++ unless you find a AAA company that works in Unity. No, Ubisoft always uses a proprietary engine, so I've actually never had a professional project in Unreal yet. Because I worked mostly in Ubisoft, and now I'm at a company that as well doesn't use Unreal, but a proprietary engine. So their own engine, but always C++, yes. There is tools as well that you can do, tools programmers in Ubisoft and even in like other companies. It's usually C# or Python. Mostly C# though, because everything is very much Windows in games business. So currently I work for, I can show you, which is a small company in Austria, but we do co-dev for AAA studios. So I moved away from Ubisoft to work again back from my home country in Austria, and this is the company. And yeah, we work on IO. We worked on the last Indiana Jones game. We work on Lords of the Fallen. We worked on Alan Wake 2. Yeah. I mean, for AAA, it's small, right? Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Timothy DXTR. In this company, yes, this is something like in AAA, it's very common to have like co-development because it's such big projects that you don't really have most of the time the manpower to do a whole AAA project yourself in the company. It's very risky as well. So what tends to happen is that companies, for example, like machine games for Indiana Jones, they outsource to a third-party company, and like basically you're part of the project, you're part of the team, you have stand up with the normal team from the main studio, but you work like from a different office for a different company on the same project. Ubisoft does that internally, so Ubisoft projects most of the time don't have external companies, they just have it split on 10,000 different Ubisoft studios across the world. Yes, yeah. All of our people are always in the credits, yes. Of course. But there's not a lot of dedicated co-development studios, I think. To be honest, I think Mipumi is one of the few ones, but to be honest, I'm not 100% sure about that. But usually companies have like, as I said, Ubisoft, EA, they have like that so many studios across the world that they do their co-development internally. They don't need external partners for that. Alright, I think I totally lost where I was, but it's fine. I always love like talking about that stuff, so don't worry about that. And keep asking questions if you want to. I mean, that's one reason why I'm streaming as well, not just because of developing the engine. Oh yeah, I recognize that I need to rewrite that, but I probably won't do that today. So we will move that to tomorrow. Yeah, unfortunate. I thought I would be able to finish this today, but the CMake stuff took longer than expected. So yeah, that's probably where I will call it soon a day. But yeah, thank you for the raid. I mean, I will do one more thing, maybe. Let me think. Yeah, let's rewrite this part here with let's actually do that. Yeah, but there is not really good alternatives in my opinion to CMake yet. Don't worry, I mean you can as well, I think here, right? You don't need to join my Discord server forever. But is it working? Yeah. You can join there just so that you can add me and then you can ask me in Discord as well if you want to. I don't mind that. Or you stay on the server and ask me there, that's fine as well. But again, I don't want to force anyone to stay on the server. There's not a lot going on there yet because, yeah, the engine is not really used. There's a couple of people talking there sometimes, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if that happens though, to be honest. What's up? I think CMake for me goes a path like C++. We just keep adding shit on top of it and hope that it doesn't break. That's what it feels like. I think what I will do is actually... Yeah, I think I will go in here. Actually, hold on. Do we go? Yeah, let's... Debatable. Very debatable. How would I want to do that? Maybe I do this first. And I get out a var. Well, no, as... Yeah, let's go get out a string code. Well, an enumerable string, probably. Editor definition. And we get as well out an out includes editor includes, and that is an enumerable string. Editor includes, and then this is that. And we go here. This is not that anymore, but this is just an enumerable. Okay, and this. Okay, Is it append? You know what, let's do a list, because that's actually annoying. Not in my immediate, you mean the programming language, right? Not really. If you mean the programming language, no. I mean, people mention it here and there for like maybe a hobby project or something like that, but even that, not really. I think it's, in my, I have not tried it, right? But the things I heard is that it's nowhere near like close enough to being like ready for a project. But maybe that's wrong. I don't know. Again, that's like just what I heard so far. Okay, so I want to enter here that namespace. Do I need that actually? Hold on, no, maybe not actually. Maybe we don't do that. Yeah, let's not, well, let's comment that, remove that later. So let's remove that and it was this, probably. Yeah, well, kinda. And then for each component we do this. Okay, and then we generate that. We have, of course, our current namespace here. And we keep doing that. We keep generating that. And then here we do a return code generator to... Did I not have a... I'll get code lines, that's what I wanted to have. Right? Yeah. Fair. Let's do it like that. Okay, then we go up here. Nope, here. Editor includes, and then we have that, and then we basically move that in there. Editor definition are code lines. All right, so and then we can get rid of where. I think we need that. CPP path and editor CPP path. All right, so if is engine module, let me do one more thing here. So first of all, this is a list of strings. Editor includes. Now we have a list. Do we do it like that? Hold on. Maybe I do it as slightly different. Yeah, I think I will do it slightly different actually. We don't do that. If let's do it like that. And that's the last thing I do today actually, but I think I'm close. So if we are not an engine module, well, if we are an engine module, that one is simple. We do this and we do this part here. Or what we do is we remove this here. We have one code generator here for this part. Oh, okay, where? No, that's already quite some time behind me. It's actually pretty old by now, but maybe it was maybe there was something standing in the way, but yeah, it's like what is it called? Ceramic. So it's like it's not very heavy. I mean, it's not filled, but like it's ceramic. Is that the English term? Yeah, I think. And yeah, so it's not light, I would say, but it's not filled. It's like a pot more or less. Yeah, like so it's empty inside. And you can lift the top. It was once planned as a pot actually for a plant, but then we never really did it. Or we had one in there, but it died, and then we never did another one. Maybe in the future there will be a plant behind me again in it. Let's see. So if we are an engine module, we do this, and I think I want to have that in a separate scope actually. And then otherwise we do this. Oh wait, actually we kind of do that all the time. It's unfortunately an NDA, or I asked recently the company if I'm allowed to say it, because like Mipumi, I asked, not the company I work for, and they said I am not allowed to talk about it, even though the game itself is already announced. I'm not quite sure why, but I will respect that. But it was announced at the Game Awards. Let's say that. This, what was it? This 1 week ago? Yeah. It was announced there. And then if you see what companies Mipumi works for, you can maybe deduce which project I might be working on. Because our codev partners don't really change that much. That's a solid guess, I would say. I will not comment on that, but it's a good guess. Yeah, exactly. I wanted this and then this here, and this would be that, and then we generate here and we give it the code generator here. And this one, yeah, let's keep that. It's fine. I think I can work around that. So we do this. We generate here with a code generator. And I don't think I need that then. Don't need the out path. Don't need that. And we generate here at the end exactly. And then for the editor, we basically just open another code generator here where we append all our include. And then we append a line. And then we code generator append the editor CPP code lines, and that's it. And we write that out, I think. And then if we are a project module, we like basically do all in one generate. So we do this plus that plus then this one here. Or we could do, yeah, let's do that. And then the next one. Maybe we move the includes out, that they are a little bit better sorted, but whatever. And then we append a new line and we write out the editor CPP stuff. Actually, let's do that. Let's do here as well. We get out this list of include paths. We get out an I enumerable of string and we get the code out. So basically this is include path add this and include paths that. Don't do anything here. Don't do anything. And then namespace Onyx, and now we generate all the components, right? Yeah, and then at the end here we do a code generator. Code lines return. Oh wait, that's one too much, right? Oh, no. All right. So that should do that trick, and then we can go here, do that all the time as well. Component CPP code lines general, like yeah, no, let's do that. This goes away then. Okay, yeah, we have that. So basically that would be that plus code generator and component includes it would be that, and then code generator append line and code generator append component CPP code lines. Yeah, and then this, that's perfect, because then this is a little bit nicer, because what we can do is var sorted includes is component includes union editor includes, and then I think I did that already, yeah. It's ugly, but yeah, I think I will do a better version of that. But that would be basically that. And then we have sorted includes, we can append them there. And then I think I want to first add those editor lines and then the component CPP code lines. I think that will look nicer. Something along those lines. Let's see if that still builds. Okay, it built. Let's see if that still generates. It at least did something. So that one still looks fine, but we didn't change the header. We didn't change that too much. And that... okay, yeah, the includes are wrong. Oopsie. Oh yeah, I think I know why. Where is it? Here we need the same thing, right? For the editor includes. Alright, so now that should be better. Or never mind, wrong solution. Yeah. Okay, where the namespace is missing though. Here. But that's an easy thing to fix. Oh, the namespace here as well, probably. Oh, did I remove the name? I did remove the namespace, right? Maybe I don't want... maybe I don't want to remove that, actually. Let's regenerate that. Okay, so that looks good now. And now let's try to fake it to be one thing. So basically set that to false. And then we should have it all in one. So that one, I mean, it's still there, but it shouldn't have anything in there, but that's fine. And it should all be in here now. Maybe not. Okay. I thought you don't cook. Ah, we didn't write out. God damn it. That's why. Yeah, perfect. Now we have everything in one. Perfect. That's fair. Alright, I think with that I will call it a day. I think that is most of it done. Tomorrow I will do some cleanup. Not sure if on stream or off stream before I turn on the stream. Depends a little bit on when I stop working. But regardless, we are back tomorrow, either with that, basically really finishing it now. That shitty CMake took like 1 hour away from the stream. Or even more, maybe, I'm not sure. But I think I have everything in place now. It's just putting everything together again. So I think the code generation is done for the engine. And we will then move on to controller support. Thank you for joining. Thank you for staying. Yeah, always glad to have new people here. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow, guys. 7:30, potentially again earlier, but 7:30 latest European time. Have a nice time. Until then, have a nice Thursday, sorry. And yeah, bye bye. Actually, we will raid someone because we have quite a lot of people. So let's see. Maybe someone who does C++. Yeah, let's what is he working on? It looks like some C++ stuff. Yeah, probably Unreal. So let's raid Tim. I raided him a couple of times already. And it seems, yeah, he's finishing his game or something like that. I'm not sure. Have a nice rest of your evening. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.